He is the fifth Danette, friend of the show. He's a Hall of Famer. Reggie Aloysius Miller Jr. III on hand for the Lakers-Clippers tonight. He'll be on the call on TNT alongside Kevin Harlan and Allie LaForce. And also Clippers-Warriors this Thursday night, also on TNT as we make way for the great Reggie Miller. Good morning, Reg. How are you?
That's right, people. I am back, Theodore, in all my travelings during the summer, right?
Yeah.
People always come up to me and say, when are you coming back on the Dan Patrick Show? As being the fifth Danette, I'm the only one that gets walkout music. So never call it a comeback, because I will always be on the Theodore Show, better known as the Dan Patrick Show. We are back, people.
How was your summer?
It was great.
Yeah?
I'm more excited about this season. This is the best. Look, I've been associated 18 years professionally playing for Indiana. I'm going into my 15th year at Turner. So over 30 years in the NBA, and this is the first time I'm really excited about this season. It's so up in the air with all the changes and the duos. I'm excited, Theodore.
All right, the number one storyline in the NBA this season, regular season, is what?
Well, I think it will start and end with LeBron adding Anthony Davis. That's the big storyline. Duos. Which duo is better? Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Once KD comes back and Kyrie, Steph and D'Angelo, the new making of that duo, with Clay possibly being out the whole year.
Harden,
Which duo
Westbrook.
is better? But LA, the Battle of LA is probably the number one storyline.
Well, and then you got Westbrook and Harden as well, as far as duos go.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
If I just took out the team and it was just those two, if I had a game of 2-on-2 and I said Durant and Kyrie, Westbrook, Harden, Kawhi, and George, and Anthony Davis and LeBron. Now, let me put in Clay. I'll put in Clay and Steph, too, because I'm putting in an injured Kevin Durant. By the way, it looks like a pretty good show. Sounds like a pretty good show. So if I did
It does.
2-on-2, who wins 2-on-2 out of those?
I would probably go with LeBron and AD, followed by Kawhi. I'm talking about healthy. Kawhi, Paul George, probably tied with Kyrie and KD.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of question marks. The soldier injury to PG, the Achilles of KD. So
No, let's say everybody's healthy.
I'm still going with
LeBron and
I probably still will go with LeBron and AD.
all right. Is it winning a championship or bust for the Lakers? If the Lakers don't win a championship, is the expectation level that high? Even though the Clippers are the favorites, if the Lakers don't win a championship, finish that sentence.
Sure, it's a disappointment, but you can make a disappointment for all the teams there's 8 or 9 teams that legitimately can win it all. But obviously, growing up here in L.A., it's a Laker town, and the Lakers are known for championships, not just, getting, the best players. You have to win with the best players. And right now you have 2 of the top 5 players in the game in LeBron and Anthony Davis. So the expectations, in my opinion, are much higher for them because not only do you have the 2 of the best 5 players in the game, you're playing for an organization that is known for winning championships along with the Celtics. So to me, the expectations are much higher for the Lakers.
Do you think that there's load management with the Clippers? And is there going to be load management with the Lakers, load management with Houston, any of these other teams?
It's driving me crazy too, Theodore. And yes, there will be. Just play the game. Just play. See, here's the thing. Load management for us back in the 90s is if your team was good enough, you put teams away by the third quarter, you got to rest in the fourth. That was load management. Playing 30 minutes, 25 minutes, that was load management, not taking off games. So, yes, there'll be load management for Paul George when he comes back, for Kawhi. Here's the problem with load management, because it worked in Toronto's favors last year, with Kawhi only playing, 60-plus games?
Yeah.
But he played the most minutes in the playoffs and was paid off with the championship. So everyone's going to say, see, it works. Look at Kawhi. But I think you're cheating the game. You're cheating the fans. If you're healthy enough to play, and if your team is good enough, put the opposing team away and rest. That's your load management.
Is there anything the commissioner can do about load management?
No, absolutely nothing. Because I could come up with, he tweaked his ankle and shoot around, and he's day-to-day. There's no way to really quantify an injury.
But let's say I reduce the schedule to 70 games, do you think then players will still do load management and play 55 or 60 games? So no matter what the number is, there's still going to be load management for some of these players?
Owners aren't going for that. Now you want to take money out their pockets?
I know. I'm just. The
owners are not going for that. No, they got to fill that building up.
Yeah.
Look, they're on the right direction by limiting the back-to-backs, starting the season earlier. So hopefully, look, play. The greatest player that I ever played against and in our game was Michael Jordan. Go back, his title runs. He was playing 82 games and playoffs. Play.
Yeah, but Mike may have load management if he played now.
Yes, he probably would. It just drives me crazy. If you're good enough, I just think you're cheating the game. If you can play, play.
Did you see what Jordan had to say about Steph Curry?
Did he really say that?
Okay.
Because
let me play it for everybody. He was talking about, he was asking his ideal five, his best starting five, and that includes Scottie Pippen in there. And then he gets to Steph Curry. This is what he had to say on the Today Show.
Would you keep the same four?
In a heartbeat. When I'm going in the trenches, I played against and with all these guys. I'm going with who I know. Every single night, that responsibility to go out there and represent greatness every single night.
So Steph Curry shouldn't be offended when he watches this.
I hope not. He's still a great player. Not a Hall of Famer yet, though. He's not.
Okay. Steph Curry, Hall of Famer, Reg?
Again, what did I just say about Michael? The greatest player I ever played against and of this generation, by far. His competitive nature, unmatched. I tell everyone, the greatest of all time. But in terms of recognizing talent, absolutely not. Steph Curry can stop today and be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Michael changed the game. Everyone wanted to be like Mike because we all thought we could fly, right? Steph has changed the game because of his shooting. He's changed the way it's perceived, the rules. He's an outlier. So Steph doesn't have to take another dribble again. 2-time MVP and 3-time champ, right? When I saw that quote, I thought, okay, let me think of some guys who are in the Hall of Fame. That Steve Nash, great player, 2 MVP if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Never sniffed a finals, right?
Yeah.
Never sniffed a finals, first ballot Hall of Famer. So you're going to tell me Steve Nash, who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but Steph Curry right now is not. Mike, I love you. You are 100% dead wrong, my friend.
The Zion Williamson injury, I'm concerned more, but that's maybe because I've had all these knee surgeries, that, at his size and the way he plays, I don't know if weight is going to continue to be an issue, and if, this knee continues to be an issue. And maybe I'm an alarmist here, Reg, but I come from a pretty good sample size of all the knee surgeries I've had. What do you make of this injury, and how serious do you think it's going to be?
I don't think the league has had this much buzz probably since LeBron, and hype behind it. And I, for one, was excited to see this young man play, which we still will. It's going to take some time. I'm with you, Theodore. I'm an alarmist as well. And people and the Pelicans can say all they want is that they're not going to monitor his weight. knee issue has nothing to do with weight. I'm here to tell you, he plays with a reckless abandon, which I like. He plays with so much force, which I love. But he's going to have to monitor his weight. He's going to have to lose weight if he wants to play that way, and if he wants to play 10-plus, 15-plus years and be a superstar.
Yeah.
He cannot have these weight issues. To me, I believe he's 20 to 25 pounds, and I'm being generous here, overweight. And I don't know if it's going to get any better after having surgery because he's going to be off his legs. He's not going to be able to really work out. So to me, they're going to have to monitor it going forward. But he's a little heavy, Theodore.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to dog this young man because I want to see him ball out. I think he's a remarkable talent, and he is exactly what this game needs. But they are going to have to monitor that weight and what he eats.
Well, Barkley lost weight when he got to the NBA.
And people try to compare the two.
Yeah.
And if you go back to Philadelphia Charles was a ball. Even Phoenix Charles, he didn't have the type of weight, but also he didn't have the explosiveness that Zion has.
True.
But Charles didn't start becoming big Charles till he got in the set of Turner, right? Maybe towards the end of that Houston, but Charles didn't start putting weight till he started to retire. If he wants to play with that force, Zion, which he should, quick jumper, second jumps, being able to run the floor, if he wants longevity in this game, he's going to have to monitor it.
What did you make of the whole China situation here, of the NBA going over there and playing a couple of games and then heading home?
I think it was a fiasco on both ends, Look, I understand Daryl Morey, freedom of speech and expression. That's kind of how we grew up here in America. And the NBA is making a lot of money over there in China.
Yeah.
And it's a double-edged sword. So
have you been to China?
I never have.
Oh, okay.
I've never been.
Yeah, because they love their basketball over there, and I understand why some of these marquee guys were upset because they're losing out on some money.
But there's people fighting for human rights, too.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword. And I don't think you really can – there is no real winner here. But, Daryl Morey did what he did, and LeBron said what he said, and we'll see how this, going forward, what happens with, like we said, you always got to follow the money, right? Got to follow the money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of money that's being had in China, and it's unfortunate.
Will you reveal your NBA championship pick next week?
I won't. I need 20 games to see everyone. But as of now, I'll give you my Final Four. My Final Four in the East, I have Milwaukee and Philadelphia playing one another, with Milwaukee the number 1 seed, Philly the number 2 seed, with Philly winning the East.
Yeah. And
I have Lakers-Clippers, with the Clippers having the number 1 seed, or the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. I believe Denver is going to have the number 1 seed. But I have the Lakers-Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, with the Clippers winning the West. And then after that, I don't care because AT&T takes over the finals. Who cares? I'll let them pick it out.
Reg will be on the call. The best shooter in the building tonight will be broadcasting the game. Lakers-Clippers, that'll be at 10:30 Eastern. Kevin Harlan, Allie LaForce, and Reg. And then Thursday, it'll be the Clippers and the Warriors. You won't be the best shooter in the building that night, Reg.
No, I will not.
Great to have you back, Reg. We'll talk to you next week.
You are the best, Theodore. It's great to be back. Love you guys.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.